This is Hardy Brute, and today I'm going to be playing Oreflux. This game is currently a demo, and you can play for yourself on Steam. I've seen similar games to this before, but I think this one's pretty unique, and it has a lot of build-off potential. The artwork and the animations also look clean. So let's check it out. Initially you have missions that just give you straight-up rewards. They'll give you some cash, a passive. You can move faster, fly higher, things like that. But the missions always increase in value, and eventually they'll kill you if you don't complete them. And we're trying to make it 12 calendar days. But there's a lot of these hidden areas, little caches, and that's what makes the game interesting. So in that case we just found extra gold. But sometimes you'll have a power-up, you'll find bombs, you'll find turrets, you'll find all sorts of things. So that's where I hope the game builds off of. I think it's pretty cool that initially you start with a jetpack, and the digging speed is pretty fast. So it's something you can upgrade later, but it doesn't feel bad to begin with. So we already made 200 gold, and we already completed the mission. But let's get as much cash as we can. One of the things I've noticed is that there's actually a limited space for how much you can dig. We already reached the bottom to the left over there. So that's probably because this is a demo, but that is a big limiting factor right now to how much cash we can even make. I'm also curious if I have to turn the ore in for it to count. So we'll see if we make more money here or not. Get some reds, some yellows. The artifact was worth 50 gold. So we can get more cash, more flying, more movement. The flying and the fuel actually refills really fast when you're in the ground. So I'd rather just have the cash. Chance to double power, chance for double drops. Let's get the drone and see what that does. Better flying, but your mining quote is increased. That's not good. Increased chance to randomly trigger abilities. Bigger gathering range. Small chance of finding fuel when destroying minerals. It just means we can fly and mine at the same time. Mining 3 blocks at once, that sounds really good. It's only 300. So these are all our upgrades so far. And let's start the next day. And there's our little drone. He's actually doing really well on his own. I'm proud of him. Our bombs didn't reset, so it seems like they carry over map to map. So it could be worth it to stockpile them eventually. But I'm going to dig a little hole down here and throw the bomb in. And our little drone up there is just non-stop working. He's just throwing cash down at us. And with our current digging skill, he is just as good as we are. If not better, because he doesn't sleep. Or feel emotions. Let's dig to the left here. Find a good place to put the bomb. And clear the area. Because he should just go straight down to the bottom and keep farming. Found the trophy again. It is pretty hard to drill upwards though when you're limited by fuel. It's almost better just to go to the side and keep going down. But let's turn in our minerals in case we have to. I think next time I'll test if I need to or not. And Doug over there is just going relentlessly. Let's get these last few red ones. And last time with the 100 gold, we made about 300. 400. So we got about the same. We may have got a little less. Let's get more cash. And we can afford the bionic arm. The triple mining. Every 25 blocks mines, you enter a berserk mode. So it probably means you dig really, really fast. So now we only need 300. So far these challenges haven't been too hard. And now that we have triple digging, I'm not really concerned at all. And seeing as the space is limited, we can probably almost clear out this entire area. Gonna do 3 by 3 and slowly work our way down. We found a chest, but I don't think I've ever seen a key. Wonder if that's like a passive in there. That would make the most sense. And there's Doug just going crazy again. It's a good thing there's a bottom, otherwise we wouldn't see Doug ever again. We got the chalice, so 50 gold. Let's continue to try to clear out this up and bottom area. Still about 30 seconds. No sign of the key. But we can't be that far from the bottom. Doug seems to make it almost every single time near the end. Collect the ore, and let's rush back just in case we have to turn it in. We have enough time. Because that's like 300 gold right there. So last time we made about 350. And this time we got up to 450. And I think I'm going to get the movement speed, because there's not really any other way to increase that stat. We can get the Berserk. And the random ability triggers doesn't actually help us, we don't have any of those. Some of the ore become uranium. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I imagine that is a good thing since you're paying money for it. But now we have to mine or die. We have to get 400 gold, and we just reached 450 last time. And this time we have Berserk, so this should be pretty easy. And it does seem, or feel like you're moving faster when Berserk activates. Whether your movement speed or your drill strength is improved, I'm not sure. We got another trophy, another 50 gold. And I can come back for these yellows during that second pass through. But I believe the reds are worth like 9 gold apiece, they're not worth a whole lot. Oh, these ones are worth quite a bit though. The silver crystals. Well, these are worth drilling for. I might as well pick up the bomb too. It doesn't actually tell us how much gold we've gathered. It doesn't even highlight green showing that we completed it. Let's grab the stuff that Doug's been digging. And I'm sure we broke 400. And I'm gonna save up all the bombs until we really need them. 444, we got about the same gold again. Extra time? That's really good. Or mining power, that's also really good. And even the cash increased to 200. So all the rewards are getting better. But let's buy the toxic waste for now and see what that uranium is. We can increase our drill strength from 5 to 8, but increase our requirement by 10%. Mining speed boost when flying. So these are interesting. I don't know how much they're going to help us though. And we're back to mining for rewards. I think the drill strength for the increased quota is probably going to be our best bet. It's going to be a 60% improvement. And we should just destroy these walls. Right now, Doug is actually stronger than us. He's only attacking one by one, though. But his drill strength is stronger. We did improve lasers. Maybe he's using a laser. Consider to use a laser. But we got some purples, some greens for the first time. This looks like a whole new area. With the green dirt, and even the music changed. And last time we did about 3, I think, mine rewards before we had to fight for our life. So we should be able to save up quite a bit of bombs for that. But getting early cash is also really important. Especially when all the next upgrades cost at least 500. And I think Doug reached the bottom over there. He's going back up top. We have a chance for uranium now too. But I saw some green crystals, but they didn't really look like uranium. Yeah, those ones over there to the corner. I don't think that's what the uranium is. So it may not be working. But yeah, we reached the bottom right here. I think this area is a little bit bigger. Also think we got a little bit more time. We did add 15 seconds, but I think we started like 2 minutes or so. But we got to the bottom in 2 different areas. And we only got 474 gold. It showed it right at the end. Yeah, so it does turn it in automatically. But we didn't have enough for the daily reward, or to buy any of these power-ups. And the reroll is really expensive. And now we have to collect 600 even though we didn't improve at all. So hopefully we find some secrets or something, or these daily quests are just going to become impossible. Let's go straight for the bottom and see if we can get rewards. Down at the base. Although digging up is very hard. Got red for the first time. So that's the rare mineral here. And we're just digging a hole. We at least beat Doug down here. And this is the bottom. So let's go to the left. And hopefully we get some more rare minerals down here at the bottom. Still a lot more purples. Purples are the most common in this area. This setup's gonna be really nice though. I guess Doug's just gonna drop a bunch of resources on our heads. But I don't think he's fast enough to dig 2 holes all the way down. And he got some red in there too. Good job, Doug. He's the real miner. So now we're in a bit of an issue, because we can only dig up, so we gotta jump into the side here. Start digging to the left again. Because digging up is just impossible. You know, we found a secret area, but there's nothing here. So that doesn't quite help us. 20 more seconds. So we definitely got less ore this time, but we got more rare ones. So hopefully that'll pay off. If not, I should just return to our original method of just digging everything that I see. We only got 335. So none of these really help us all that much. The increased mining would be good, but it's going to make it harder to complete the quest, which we're not completing anyways. But let's get the increased trigger chance, in case that somehow affects the rooms. Because the rooms, the bombs, the golden trophy, that's where you can make a lot of money. This little section up top, I couldn't dig on it, so I'm not really sure why it's there. So let's continue doing our 3x3. Let's go a bit more lower. And eventually we can meet up with Doug to the right over there. I think our only real chance of beating the next one, which will probably be the live or die challenge, is to get more bombs. We've saved up 4, and hopefully we can find at least a couple in this map. Looks like Doug found a room too over there to the right. But it could be an empty room. I'm not quite sure where those exist. They do help you see the resources around you, but they just take up space and they kinda feel bad. So let's continue going downwards. We're zigzagging a bit just because I'm trying to find some bombs. Or rooms. Got about 60 more seconds. We did get one bomb, nice. And Doug found a second room down there. Good job, Doug. And he gave us a bomb, too. Way to go, Doug. Doug is so much better at mining than we are. We get distracted by something shiny. We glow red with anger. But Doug, he feels nothing. Except the joy of mining, of course. That's programmed into him. So Doug's pretty much done for now. He's not going to make it back to us. Can we get these purples before the end? Nice. So we improved our money quite a bit. We're up to 500 now from 350, but we need 700 for that quest. And the quests are only going to get harder. So let's get the curse power. Make our drill strength 60% stronger from 5 to 8. And we can use all of our bombs in this map. Trying to stay alive. And we need about 1,000. So we need double the money we got last time. But we started off digging really fast. Also something I've noticed, the dirt doesn't seem to get harder the lower you get. It's just the minerals, the ore that you're trying to get. The dirt is always the same. So let's start dropping the bombs. Got an electric turret. Let's dig up to the corner here, drop another bomb. Well, we found one bomb, nice. Trying to make the most of our time. From the days we have left, we probably have 3 more gold days, and then one final miner day. Got an empty room, that's unfortunate. Doug's giving us lots of cash. But if we can't beat this with all of our bombs used, that we saved up from the start almost, I don't think there's a chance to beat it. Maybe you have to get extremely lucky with the things you get in the shop, or the demo's just not designed for you to win. We found a couple bombs at this map. And this is the bottom, so we've hit 60-70% of the area now. And with the time we have left, we can probably get to around 80%. It would be nice if Doug didn't have to go all the way back up. Because at the 20-second mark, he's just sort of useless. But he already did a lot of work. One last berserk, one last red crystal. And we died. How close did we get to 1,000? 834. We were really close. That is unfortunate. But we got to day 8 of 12. And we made $4,000. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Later.